royal baby who is keeping everyone waiting, including Queen Elizabeth. Huge crowds are camped outside not only Buckingham Palace, but also the hospital where Prince William will take Kate when the time comes. It's a lot of pressure for a first-time mother who has the entire world waiting for her to be rushed to the delivery room. ABC's Lama Hassan is in London. Lama, I feel for you. I was there with you every single day, waiting, still nothing.
Oh, absolutely. Good morning to you, Brianna. Yeah, as if it wasn't bad enough being a first-time mom, but can you imagine having the world's media camped outside the hospital where you are due to give birth? No pressure, huh? Well, yesterday we did get a little bit of a taste of what it will be like for Kate when she eventually does arrive here. Outside London St Mary's Hospital on Friday, an army of journalists stormed what they thought were William and Kate. The duo turned out to be a pair of impersonators, but the crush of media hints at the scrutiny the real-life Duchess is facing. As a nation takes bets on everything from the royal baby's hair color to whether Kate will wear her signature blue the day she brings the royal baby home. It's clear that the already daunting pressure any first-time mom faces is magnified 1,000-fold for the Duchess.
There is a little bit of pressure on Kate. I mean, obviously the eyes of the world are on her.
It doesn't matter how cool and how sophisticated you are facing that many cameras. I defy anyone to be cool in that situation.
Ingrid Seward, a friend of Princess Diana, says when Diana gave birth to William 3 decades ago, she was unprepared for the scrutiny she faced when she emerged from the hospital.
Now, Diana told me she was so overwhelmed that when they actually got into the car and drove round the corner, she burst into tears. She just was terrified.
And once Diana returned home, things reportedly went from bad to worse when postpartum depression set in.
And the royal family never really heard of it. Nobody discussed hormonal imbalances, so no one could understand why Diana kept crying all the time.
Royal watchers say it is a different time now, especially since Kate, unlike Diana, will have the support of not only her husband, but also a close-knit family. But all acknowledge wherever she goes, the cameras, scores and scores of cameras, will follow. Well, the great Kate wait for baby Cambridge to arrive goes on for another day. I have to tell you, we are getting very good at waiting around here. But you know what they say, patience is a virtue, I guess. Fiona.
That's right. Keep calm and carry on. All right, Lama, thanks to you. Well, now let's bring in longtime royal watcher and British historian Robert Lacey, my waiting mate. I was sitting with you for days there, Robert, without a baby. And that begs the question, could we have had the due date wrong? Could the due date have actually been later than we had first assumed?
We all jumped to assumptions. All we were ever told was middle of July. So people started thinking it was last weekend, it could just as well have been this weekend. All I can tell you personally is that about a week ago I was over there in the palace gardens at the big concert celebrating the coronation, 60th anniversary of the coronation of the Queen, and in the row beside me was Carol Middleton, the mother of Kate. And she said, well, I shouldn't really be here because Catherine's expecting a baby any day now. So clearly they're as uncertain as we are about what the exact date is.
Never know when Mother Nature will finally kick in. But, you know, we're hearing from your sources and from the palace that Kate does want a natural birth. But if there were some sort of complications and she went past her due date, would they in fact induce?
Well, maybe they would, and maybe we might speculate that they would, but we will never know. As Ingrid was saying earlier, as you've been saying, there's enormous pressure on this girl, first-time mother, and if there is induction, it will never be announced by the palace. The only thing they would announce would be if things went to a caesarean. Then that's a medical procedure, and they would say that. But the privacy of exactly how she gives birth, and you're quite right, she does want to give birth naturally, that will be preserved for her.
Well, we know that it is going to be any day now, and Robert, it's great to have you there for all of your insightful news and expertise. Thanks so much.